Hey, I'm working on it, John.
You did it.
I did?
Like you sit out there at Lake Stephen?
Huh?
You sit on Wednesday at Lake Stephen?
Yeah, Nicole said you just better be good.
Get in there, they're talking. Robert's talking.
Oh, Robert's
If I can get homeless people somewhere safe where they don't have to worry about their family being hurt at the end of the day, they can go to work and start saving money. We'd like to be able to provide daycare for them. Also counselors in the house. And we want to, our system is set up so that within 6 to 9 months, this family is back on their feet, earning their own income, being taxpayers, and getting their life together. They're moving back into apartments or houses. And it's possible, but without oversight, it's not going to work. It's got to be zero tolerance. I'm going to advocate for zero tolerance because people say that they're not addict and they just do it now and then or once in a while, great. But while they're in the program, zero. The reason is because I need you to be clarity of mind and focus. Now, so if, say we got an apartment building like the one back here, how we found we were going to be able to help people is when we bring them in, they're safe, they're secure, we got clothing, we got heat, we got water, we got transportation to get them somewhere. And the next thing is, one of the organizations here is going to be handing out cell phones with unlimited talk, text, and data for free. And so that solves one of the major problems we have, because they use Obama phones, but by the 10th they're out of data. They can't use them no more. If they got a phone that works for free, unlimited talk, text, and data, when they go into the first of the month and they start an interview to get some resources and get some help, when they get the phone call on the 20th, they'll actually be able to answer it. Their minutes will be used up. They won't have to worry about having communication with inside their family. Imagine if you're homeless and the husband, the wife, and one of the kids or whatever had a phone for free that actually worked. That's a huge key in changing this. Now, as I mentioned about the housing for economically displaced, that's the answer there, splitting them up, back going that way. The addicts, the people that are drinking and drugging, we can't house them unless they're willing to go zero tolerance. The only way that's possible, though, is we pick people up off the streets, we get them into detox and treatment, and then we get them into housing when they come back out of treatment. Now, it's not the housing that most people are familiar with clean and sober housing. The housing we're trying to encourage is housing that when you come in, it's not a place to live. It's part of the program. You make your bed when you wake up in the morning. You have chores to do. You go to meetings. You get a sponsor. You get a mental health, medical, all these checkups on you. We do it with you to start getting all this stuff together to rebuild your life. And because you're going to AA or NA or one of the 12-step programs, you got to edit that, sorry. But one of the 12-step programs, they're starting to rebuild their lives. They're starting to figure out what they've been doing wrong in their life that made them make choices that think drinking and drugging is a good idea. And one of the biggest things for people to stay sober, as far as I'm concerned, is helping out. We go out in the woods, we do cleanups, we talk to people in the woods, see if they want help. Because you take an addict that's in an environment like one of the housing organizations we're going to talk about is Courage to Change. You put them in that and they start working on themselves, start bringing them down. Then they we take them out and start helping people in the community or doing cleanup. All of a sudden they're taking pride in something. They run across somebody that they were doing drugs with and it's like, hey, come on over, I gotta go talk to them. You know, we do this together. This is not something that can be done alone. I don't go into detail into my past, but I will say that I spent a lot of time in prison. I've hurt a lot of people. I was not a nice person. When I got out of prison, I didn't know how to live. So I was married. I got married over the telephone to my wonderful wife, who was codependent, loves me to death. And I ended up getting addicted to alcohol because I was living life that I didn't understand how to do it. I didn't understand checking accounts. You know, your reputation doesn't follow you everywhere out here. And so I went to quite a bit of drinking. And I had a job that I made tons of money at, door-to-door vacuum sales. There's money in it, but anyhow. So I got into that, and then I got into drinking, and then the drinking had to stop because I got DUIs and stuff, so I found crack cocaine. That was it. That was the answer to all my questions. The only problem is I spent so much time away from my wife for loved ones. I ended up lying, cheating, stealing, every aspect I could to get more. And that lasted for more than 20 years. To the point where at the end I was homeless. My wife, she was placed with her family, but she was able to sneak me in now and then to get a shower and a meal and clean clothes. But for the most part, I was out there in the community trying to hurt people. When I got stuck in a situation where I had to go to treatment, I did. Didn't work because I didn't really want it. I pretty much forced into it. But this last time, I threw my hands up. I was done. I didn't have any answers. So I turned my will over to a power greater than myself. And I started going to a 12-step meeting. And then I had to try and figure out, what do I do next? I don't know what to do next. And they told me to start helping people. As I was working my steps with my sponsor, I started helping people. The problem is that I go out and grab somebody that says they want to get clean and take them to the hospital, spend 12 hours there with them, mainly because as soon as I left, they just kicked the person out. And I went through this, and I had no place to take them, so I started getting people with housing that decided, hey, you want to run my house? I'm a lousy businessman. I let them have all the money, but I at least had a safe place to start taking people. And that's where it all started. The learning process started to come about how to help the people that are out there. And it became an addiction. I want to be able to help anyone in any situation, which means my phone goes off the hook. But especially the addicts, I started feeling whenever they were being put in the car and I was running around with them, I kept feeling, this is me. I had plenty of times where they puked, or they peed their pants in my car and the whole 9 yards, and I didn't care. Because they were just done, they were willing. And then I ran into Port Angeles, detox. Praise God! No. One thing about Port Angeles detox, the reason why I love it is because, like today, I have 2 gentlemen going over to Port Angeles detox to start their journey. I can get anybody into detox and treatment within 24 hours. We get them into detox, we get them medically cleared. We have people that are in the program driving them over there, so they're bonding. And once they get into the detox over there, they know us well. They take our clients, and if they want, they'll send them right into treatment so that there's no gap. And so they go to their treatment, and they contact us with their counselors. They go right into housing. That way there, and it's not just housing where you get to live. Once again, I got to stress the fact that there is a difference in clean and sober housing and program housing. Program housing is what you're going to be hearing about soon. And that's what we need. That's where people succeed. And that's why we have so many groups helping us, because, well, they grow up and they split apart and they create new groups. And it works. But my story is the only way I was able to stay sober is to start caring about people. You know, it was the hardest thing to do, but I focused. I told myself I was going to stay sober a year and party my ass off, but to get that year, I had to help people. And in doing so, the year passed without me really realizing it. I found that helping people, man, it's such a blessing. I will do anything to help somebody. If you want help, I'll walk beside you. I do it for you. We don't do it for you. But we'll drive with you. We'll take you there. Okay. Right?